project may stop before it starts. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. All these tools and nothing that I can use. There's a bunch of garbage in there.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Anyways, working on the boys' 92 Ranger, and we were having problems with water getting in on the floorboards. So I've been poking around on the internet, and come to find out, these cowls, even though there's a real, fine mesh in the, to help keep stuff out of the cowl area. The, let's see here. Yeah, up here. You'd think there wouldn't be a whole lot of crap getting in there, but apparently, I don't know if you can see, let me get a flashlight. So, as you can see, there's a bunch of garbage in there. And this garbage apparently prevents the cowl from draining properly and will rust it out. There's supposed to be a little drain in here. I feel a little flap. I'm betting that flap is keeping this pine needles and crap from coming out. Oh geez, I could feel a whole bunch of it up in there. Wow. Yeah, there's a bunch. Let's see if I can get you in there. Yeah. I don't think this truck's going to be rusted out like I see a lot of them claiming to be. At least I hope it's not. But I can feel a whole bunch of crap up here back behind the hinge area, so I'm going to have to get a hose and wash some of that stuff out. Plus there's one more cover right back here to take off too. So I'll go get me a little step stool and see if we can make that happen. Might find some more surprises in there. Now, from what I've been hearing and what I've been reading, is most of the time they can get to whatever's blocking the area it's supposed to drain, get it out easily on this side. It's the passenger side that's the problem. Is because you have the heater box there and there's no clear way of getting in there. Most of the time people have to pull the fender off to get to that, and some guys have been removing the little rubber dam that they have there, which I may do that very thing just to help get the needles and all the garbage out of there. I mean, worst case scenario, it'll wash down and get caught at the bottom of the fender, but not a big deal. It's way easier to clean out than pull the fender every time. Oh, this should be interesting. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Ugh. Oh wow, I don't know if I have a wrench for that. I'll definitely need a wrench. My biggest problem is I do not have 5.5, which I'm not 100% sure if that's, I'm not 100% sure if that's a quarter. Let's see what standard size that might be. I don't believe I have a 5.5 wrench. That's one I just don't have. Really sucks. This is my junkyard toolbox. Or one I take with me on trips out of town and whatnot. There's the metric set. I'm trying to think that this might be more complete. Oh, I also have some ignition wrenches too, I forgot about. It stops at 9. Ugh. That's not going to do me any good. Alright, well that was a bust. Okay. 13/64 is not going to be a winner. I don't think I'm doing any good here. Yeah, I don't have any other wrenches this small. Not that I'm aware of. This project may stop before it starts. I just don't have a wrench that small. I don't think I've ever had a need for one. Here's a set right here. 7. Down to 7. Still doesn't do me any good. All these tools and nothing that I can use. Well, I have this, but it is going to take forever. I'll have to give it a shot. Oh, this is gonna suck. There's just no room. Guess what I'm buying next time I go to the somewhere that sells hand tools. And I'm sure on anything other than a V6, this probably wouldn't be a big deal. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. See, and I'll probably lose this one down the back of the engine too. I can't get my big old fat meat hooks back there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a hoot. A real hoot. I think what I'm gonna do is just leave that screw in. Oh yes, there's nothing really in there. Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Nothing more than me. I have to stick my hand in there anyways. Okay. The next thing is to gain access to inside of here. Which means I gotta pull the fender loose. Got my phone and camera out here so I can make sure my shots are legible, or you can actually see my shots. It's like 10 mil. I don't want to get into pulling a whole bunch of crap out just to get in here, but might be a couple of inner fender ones that are worthy of doing. Okay, we're back. Had to change batteries. So here's what we got. I got the fender opened up just enough. I took this little I don't know, some kind of a flap of some sort. Must be a debris deal or something like that. I'm gonna put this camera where I can see it, make sure I'm getting my shots the way they should be. Oh yeah, we're good. So if you look down in here, you can see that thing is full of crap. Almost packed solid. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. So that would be part of the reason why. Funny thing is, it wasn't really leaking on the passenger side. So I don't know how the water was not leaking over here. I'm going to try and get out as much as I can, and then I'll get the water in there and start rinsing it out. And of course it's going down between the fender, and I'll have to get it out of there too. But yeah, all this stupid Northwest fir needles. And hopefully, see, I heard rumors that this stuff, it will rust out the cowl in these trucks. Something fear anything getting jammed down in there and not getting cleaned out causes these cowls to just rust like crazy. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. Hoping this is just basically going to let me know, hey, we had a problem, but this is as far as it's going to go. But I don't know. I don't know how bad it is. I'll have to get inside and take a look. There is a lot of junk in there, though. Wow. See, the other side I can get to right in here, so it's not too bad. Let's get some water in there and see what it does. Maybe if I shoot it in this way. Oh, there it goes. See, plugged up already. Look at all that nast. Ugh. Good old fir trees. There she goes. Look at that. Now it's flowing. Oh, flowing into here too. See? So we've got an obvious problem. It has everything to do with that cowl. See, I also heard, which I could be spraying it over the cowl vent too. I also heard these heater boxes has been known to leak as well. And that this stuff rusts out. So I don't know what we have. All I know is it's clear now. I'll see what all dropped down here when I did that. All that was in the cowl. Let's see if I can turn this over and go the other way. Yep, that's clean now. See, the seam sealer used in these cars was not that great either, and that could be a whole other can of worms. I could have some failed seam sealer in there somewhere, which that would not be good. Well, I don't see any water coming in here. I think we got most of the stuff. It's this side here that I'm concerned with. All that water that was coming in, I'd like to know how it's getting in. Because it never leaked on that side. It's fairly obvious that sucker isn't very tight. Definitely flowing water now, though. I think we just let it go and see what it does for the next couple of rainy days. I'm kind of curious to see what it does. Because the passenger side never leaked. It was always the driver's side. When I do this, there ain't nothing coming in out the driver's side now. I think we were dealing with just a bunch of tree crap. So we may be able to call this a win. And that would be nice. I'll put my bore scope in there and have a look around too. So let me do that, and I'll bring you back if I find anything. And also, just to let you know, all I did was undo these bolts here, this one back here, and then there was two smaller screws here and here, which you probably want to do anyways. Take this bottom one out and get all the crap out of the inner fender, which I just washed down in there. And get that all cleaned out so it don't rust. I didn't have to take any of the front apart, and I'm debating if I should put this back in or not, or maybe cut some slots in it or something. I don't know. I might just leave it out. That might be the best bet. So it doesn't look like, yeah, it's not like the wheel's gonna kick anything up there. It's got an inner fender. I didn't see anything major, like I didn't see any major rust out or anything. I can see I had done some repairs. I had to weld up some stuff up here, and I thought it was really weird that I had to weld up rusted out area where I did. I can kind of understand why, if that whole area was packed full of crap. One thing I noticed, I see a lot of the failed seam sealer, and the seam sealer they used in the late 80s and early 90s was just garbage. I had to redo the roof rails because they were so bad. So it doesn't surprise me that the seam sealer in the cowl area has failed. The only crappy thing is, I don't know exactly how you fix that without pulling the windshield and drilling all the spot welds out and pulling the cowl that way. I don't know any other way of doing that. And that's quite a bit of work. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to pull the trim, pull the glass, pull the wipers, well, at least just the wiper arms off, pull the hood, and then drill all the spot welds that hold that on, which is nothing abnormal of any other Ford, but I miss the days of the trucks when the trucks were opened up like that. Or some of them were. And so were the 60s cars. I need to find out about how serious the kid is with this thing as to how far I go. Because I don't mind pulling the window back out again. I didn't really like the way it went in when we put it back in anyways. I didn't know what I was doing. And it was the first time I've ever installed one, and it didn't really sit in there the way I liked it to. So that's my thought, is pull the hood, pull the window, pull the cowl, clean it up, prime it, seam seal it again, and then it should be good to go, because I don't see any rust through. That was what my concern was. But I have a feeling if I leave it, it's going to be a problem. It's going to rust out if I leave it. Now it's decision time. I still got to pull the engine out, either reseal or give it a mild rebuild. It has its issues. And that would be the time to do it too. Decisions. This is going to be real easy to work in there. I can stand in the engine bay and do it. Yeah, see, there's some rust streaks. So I'm pretty confident that that seam sealer, I saw pieces of it, it's just failing. It's not sealing anything now. And the problem is I could go underneath the dash and put it in, but it's on the wrong side of the seam. It's not going to do any good. I need to be on the inside where it creates a valley. And I think that's where the problem, well, if it ain't a problem now, it's going to be a problem. Especially when I've seen fragments of the seam sealer lifting. Yep, now it's decision time. It sounds like a big job, but I don't think it'd be that bad. The biggest thing is just getting a glass guy lined up to come out to do this stuff. Getting room in my shop to do it, because once it goes in, it's going to be in for a while. And then it'd also be a good time to do it is when I pull the engine out of it too. We're going to think on this. I got some other stuff I got to get done first. Get situated. I got a duster to get done to get sold. That would help. And some other junk around here. So we'll see if just doing what I did keeps it from at least leaking on the inside. That was my biggest goal, because I'm getting tired of the interior of the truck getting all nasty. I mean, at first we thought it was because there was exposed holes up here in the seam sealer and the drip rail had been failing. So I thought that was, which it was, a big portion of it, because the headliner is no longer wet. And there's not nearly as much water getting in, but still enough that it soaks the floorboards. I think this was our culprit here. I think I'm going to leave this piece out for now. I don't know. I don't see a reason why it was there. It has inner fender wells, so yeah. It needs to flow. It needs to drain. It needs to let all that crap out. I think that's what we're going to do. I'll slap this back together for right now and see how it does. See if that's the ticket. I hope it is. But I still need to do some preventive maintenance. I'm going to have to pull that windshield out, I think. It's work I didn't really want to do, but it'd be a whole lot easier to deal with now before it does become a major issue like rust. I'm pretty sure this has been a Northwest truck all of its life. So I'm guessing it could have gotten way worse. And it's a problem I have with all my Cowl vent trucks. Not this one so much, but I know the white truck's got the same problem. I bet you there's a bunch of shit in my 69. It's just these stupid trees. It's the way they are. I try to keep them away from them or keep them covered up. And that's mainly the reason why I cover them up, is to keep the needles out. Not so much to keep the rain off of them, because the rain doesn't hurt nothing, but to keep the needles out. I think that's what we're going to do.